Welcome to the bold analysis, ladies and gentlemen. The Star, page 2, is carrying this story. Karua-Kalonzo feud exposes turmoil in Azimio coalition. This is this article. You can take your time and look at it. Then Nation today is carrying another story on Raila to craft new coalition for 2027 races, says Wantai. This is after another exclusive interview. And the agenda being set today is about Azimio la Umoja. So I want to say this. I differ strongly with Kalonzo Musyoka on pulling the war against Martha Karua on the grounds of forming Kamwene. Stephen Kalonzo is telling Martha Karua that her bid to form the Kamwene grouping is individualistic and cannot serve the better good of the Azimio coalition. I want to say Kamwene is a political grouping that was formed by Martha Karua, patroned by Martha Karua, and Jeremiah Kioni, who is part of the Jubilee Axis. And in that smear attack on Martha Karua, Kalonzo Musyoka seems to be on a collision path with Karua on who is going to be the Azimio la Umoja coalition presidential candidate. All this war boils down to one thing: the scramble to win the trust of Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta to be the Azimio la Umoja presidential candidate. And I want to say this. Why do I differ with Kalonzo? I think it's too harsh and it's very simplistic for the son of Sekuru to insinuate that Kamwene is pushing an individualistic agenda that cannot serve the better good. Myself, I'm in a WhatsApp group of some members of Kamwene from diaspora. Yes, I'm a member of that group, and I see the kind of discussion going there. You know, and I see there's something that Kalonzo seems not to see. The Mount Kenya vote is very complex, but it's available. And in 2022, Azimio la Umoja used the Jubilee Axis to marshal the votes for Raila Odinga, and that is why the likes of Kanini Kega and Sabina Chege were actually used on the Jubilee Axis to campaign for Raila. And the Jubilee Axis campaigned for Raila in Mount Kenya then. And then to cement it, Martha Karua was brought in the fold to play the gender card and also, of course, being the first woman to become the deputy president, and also the sanity card on Ruto and Rigathi, because Ruto and Rigathi were seen as a dirty side. And Martha Karua brought in the Mrs. Right, the sanity card on the table. But the truth of the matter here is that still the scales did not tilt on Azimio's favor. Now, if Martha Karua can come up with a political grouping that can bring many on fold, then I don't think Kalonzo Musyoka should have a problem with that. Now, as the media drives that agenda, and I can tell you, the media will pick that agenda and run with it because they're looking for stories. I have all the 3 newspapers today. I bought Standard, I got Nation, I got The Star. I'm trying to look through, and I'm telling you, people are just writing junky propaganda stories. No one seems to have some tangible, credible story. So, There are three things that my position on a matter of urgency Azimio must do. Number one, they must narrow down their captain. Azimio must get its face. If the captain is going to be Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, then the Kenyans need to know now. Why? The moment Kenya Kwanza will understand, boil down to the point that it is Kalonzo, all the state machinery shall, out of ignorance or lack of the same, they shall marshal state machinery to neutralize Kalonzo. And with that, there is an agenda that will be set around Kalonzo Musyoka. And you will see stories of how government has raided Kalonzo's home, I don't know, Kalonzo's corruption, what. There will be so much stories revolving around Kalonzo. If that person is Martha Karua, pick that Martha Karua. If that person is Raila, pick Raila. So that you avoid the last minute disappointment, where you create a very big hype and a big coalition, then 4 months to general election, someone jumps ship after building his profile here, jumps ships to the other side. Then you suffer a blow. So it's a matter of urgency. Get the candidate. Number two, rebuild and rebrand Azimio. That needs to be done. That needs to be done. And this is where I normally say, Azimio la Umoja as it is, it should be dead. I don't know why people will get shocked that it can be dead. It should be dead because, to me, I am not seeing it carrying the aspirations of 2027. It was formed the run-up to 2022 as a plan B after the referendum on the BBI collapsed. It did not go through. So as we go to 2027, you need another that can bring many other faces on board. But, as a matter number three, the faces of the Azimio needs to be united. They should crash, rebuild, rebrand, but they should remain there. They should remain united. Why? That is what I want to explain in this video. Kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell and like our videos. Thank you very much for those who've been supporting us. There is a subscription button just next there, a notification button next to the subscription button. If you click that notification button, whenever I publish any video, you'll be notified, and so you'll not miss any of my videos. And that is why I normally urge my viewers to click that notification bell. The faces of the opposition needs to be united. Remember, government side is not popular. Government side is not with the people. Opposition is with the people. And it had a big strength. It had big people. But the rebranding is better. And that is why the reports of Raila meeting Wanjigi, not so much to marvel at, but you can see the act of, they can choose to make that meeting private, no one knows. But the fact that they met and they publicly left the venue and they wanted to show, number one, they were actually sending a political message that we can work together on something. And if you want to know that, you'll understand very well that Wanjigi was the person that crafted the Raila-Kalonzo ticket in 2017. Ladies and gentlemen, why Azimio la Umoja must stick together. Number one, and on this one, because this one I'm so passionate about, I have 5 reasons. So make sure you watch to the end. My first one is about for Azimio to get a bigger media and political platform to take on Ruto. You know, you need to get it together, stick together. When you make a bigger political platform, you call a press briefing with all of you in it. Every media house will send a reporter to come to you. But if you want to go and form yours, a kitchen somewhere, now you want to speak as Wiper, you want to speak it, you're not going to get media visibility. For example, if Kalonzo is to call a meeting in Sekuru, or rather in Kalonzo's Command Center, and in that meeting he's flanked by some few Enoch Wambu and some few Wiper MPs, that story will not make to the headline. If it is not something controversial, or it's not an expose, it will not get to the headline. So we lack that platform. But imagine a meeting called Raila, Kalonzo, Karua, so and all those faces together. For the first time, they have an equivocal statement, even if they want to return the protest. And they make that statement say, we'll start from here. It will have the weight, and you can take on Ruto. You cannot take on Ruto while Martha Karua is speaking somewhere in the suburbs of Kirinyaga. It will not get somewhere. And taking on Ruto is what will make the public see you as someone that is fighting for their interests. So that's my first point, why they need to stick together. Then the third aspect, and this is critically important. This is critically important. Ruto can rig 2027 elections. He can plan to rig. He can rig. I don't know. I don't know how. But he can rig. You know, do you remember the story about how Maraga nullified Ruto Uhuru election? And Uhuru wanted to give up. And Ruto is on record saying, I nearly slapped him. Both elections of 2013 and 2017 were around Uhuru Kenya. William Ruto was in charge. That's number one. Number two, I've been saying here, first term, elections that comes at the end of first term are normally very challenging. And if you want to know they're normally challenging, ask Donald Trump. And you can look at what happened in this country in 2007. By the way, I was having some corridor talk. Some people are saying, oh, if you're not careful, we might get back to a 2007. I said, no, Shetani Shindo. We're not going back there. So, when Ruto becomes unpopular, the more he becomes unpopular, he's been speaking in public as if he's not interested on how he's going to fix his politics. And while many political observers might see that William Ruto wants to fix his politics by continuous campaigns and always running propaganda on the opposition, the last secret card could be on rigging the election. And you can see, it's very possible. Raila, according to Jebukati, Raila ameshinda 20,000 votes. As we speak, if you want to ask me between Raila and Uhuru, who has dropped votes? Ruto has dropped votes because the burden of service delivery rests with William Ruto. What else? What do Raila supporter ask him to do now? Is there anything that Raila owes his supporters? Nothing. Azimio doesn't owe Kenyans anything anyway. All these problems going on, the burden rests with William Ruto. And that is why between 2022, in the run-up to 2022, the burden of proof was actually resting with Azimio Moja. And Azimio Moja carried Uhuru burdens, Uhuru regime burdens. So, if you stick together and you get a win, you don't just need a win. You need a huge win that is unriggable, that you cannot rig. That one that even you rig and you're like, I'm not going to get away with it. To ensure you don't get away, he doesn't get away with it, you need to stick together. If you are to have a very strong case, and you need to stick together. Number two. Number three, I don't think Azimio should entertain any breakaway is going to entertain a proxy third force. Anyone thinking of a third force, I don't know what is that third leg for. Any third force is working for William Ruto, is actually against the people of Kenya. Because the enemy, there are no two presidents. There is only one President, William Ruto, who competitors are angling to uproot. So that third force, if you go somewhere, Kalonzo, you decide to, let's take our example that Karua is picked up the presidential candidate, and Kalonzo decides that by force or fire must be in the ballot, then you go and consolidate your Kamba vote and take all the Kamba votes. Then on this side, Raila, Karua, and the rest manage to marshal votes. Shall you have worked for William Ruto to get his second term, or you shall have sabotaged Karua presidency? Actually, you shall have worked on Ruto's interest. That is what happened in 1992 when both Matiba and Jaramogi Oginga went to the ballot, where they could still work together, make one formidable force, and face Moi and remove Moi on power. There is no third force. There is no third force. Remember when 2022 was 2 horse race? Wajakaya was not some third force. No, it was not a force. In 2022, the person that could have given us a third force is Wanjigi, because Wanjigi had the money with him. So for him, he would have really scaled. Number 4, you must stick together for resource mobilization. I have heard Kalonzo Musyoka saying he wants to start campaigning this year. It is not rosy. It's not very easy to campaign. It comes at a cost. It's not easy. Look at how the Deputy President, William Ruto, by then Deputy President, current President William Ruto, campaigned for 4 years. Choppers there, Arambe there, Mama Mboga, I don't know, wheelbarrow, sewing machine, car wash. It's not easy. It comes at a cost. Now, for you to find the reason of being together, resource mobilization. I remember in 2017, Raila was using Mudavadi's chopper. Yes, Raila did not have a chopper. Mudavadi donated his chopper. You can crowd pool resources. Then you also show probability of winning. Some people, you may want to get sponsors. There are some sponsors that may be willing, but before someone puts his money, ask themselves, okay, wait, do these fellows have the probability of winning, or I'm just putting my money? That is very important. So that is why I also put it clearly, the need to stick together. Number 5, which is the last thing, that the reason why sticking together is important. You must sustain the 2022 political basket and build on it. It's easy. If you guys manage 6.9, according to what Ruto said, according to what Chebukati said, and as we speak, we have 700,000 civil servants who money is being cut from their salaries to pay houses that nearly 80% of them doesn't need. So even just from the civil servant space, you are sure there's some 500,000 Kenyans who are disgruntled completely. You're sure about that. As we speak, you know very well there is an axis of Mount Kenya youths who feel betrayed, starting from the church to the young people, about those promises, and now they're being called Mungiki, and that is a breeding ground for hostility against William Ruto. Then you want to divide your votes. Dude, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? You know very well that people dwelling in town are most affected by inflation. And these are the people that feel disgruntled by the administration. Now, you, instead of putting your votes together, then just adding, I'm telling you, if Azimio Jipange, you will beat Ruto by 2 million votes. Oh. Tuonane baadaye. Thank you. Welcome to the bold analysis, ladies and gentlemen. This is the northern part of the coastal northern coast, and I am live at the Uzuri Coastal Apartment. I want to show you a B&B. I know this is now a holiday season and most of us are coming in the country. You also want to spend some time in the coastal area. And of course, this is the best place. It is very convenient. And I want to show you so that we do a house tour. You know what exactly is inside and how it looks like so that you can really be in a position to make a good decision. It is a very good partnership between the Bold podcast and the Uzuri Coastal Apartment here in the coast. Asante, let's go. Yes, so when you come, this is the house. This is the beautiful sitting room, or rather the living room. This is your dining. So, you know, like in these rooms, when you come, you're supposed to be able to prepare food, or even without that, you can still get someone a cook to serve you. And this will be your dining. Then, so on this other end is the kitchen. So the kitchen is very big. This is where you cook. So, and it's very comfortable because when you cook, the smoke that is coming is being absorbed by this. Then this is where you can keep your stuff. This is a microwave, and even you also have a fridge on this other end. So it's a very comfortable place. So before even I show you the other side of the living room, here is a door where you can, you know, when you are here and you want to freshen up, you can just come out here. You can do your laundry around this place. It's a very serene space, guys. You can do your laundry here. You can also just rest and just around the balcony, as you have a very good view of the place. And by the way, as your cameraman is showing you, you see the place is quite an amazing space, and you can take a very good view. So even standing here or being around this place is quite a very interesting scenery. So this is what is it? So let's go back inside so that we give you the other bit of it. Yes, so these are your sofa sets. This is where you can relax. So you make yourself comfortable here. If you can look at it, these are the chair and then the TV set. So it's a place you can. I promise you, this is a place that you really loved. I've been here for the last a few. I think I spent my night here. And it's quite amazing. It's quite an amazing place. So I want to show you the other spaces, but this is literally what that living room looks like. You really love it. So let's go. Now, the other place I want you to see, this is the dispenser. Yeah, this is the dispenser, and they have Wi-Fi. So you should not even worry about your internet, and I've used it. It's quite very fast. So you can be able to run your errands if you want to work online, you want to just keep up, and you also want to watch the Bold podcast, you'll be able to get that. So on this end is now double bed. This looks amazingly beautiful. I'm telling you, this is good. You know, this is a place that sometimes kwa maisha pia unajitibu. You just unazoea hii, you get used to this one. It's quite good space. And then I've realized, by the guys, the coast is a bit hot. I don't know, relatively hot. And when you get into this spaces, it's quite good. This is the double bed. So if you are a couple, you can organize yourself here. Now this is where you can keep your stuff. See, it's your wardrobe. It's amazing. It's open. Then here, the ventilation is there. And you see the fan, so you can organize yourself. And then it will on. With that, you can get your fresh air and you will be amazing. So this is our washroom. And this is another hospitality space that's quite an amazing. You will literally love it. You can organize yourself, find out well, and yes, these are the places that you should really come to visit. Then I want to show you the other end. There is something I need to show you in this room. Now there is something interesting, but let me tell you, As you can see, hapa, this is some transparent. No, this is a bit transparent kio. And if you can just open, if you want to get out, because you can still get a good view. No, this one is in your bedroom, and you're still getting a good view of the coast. You can still just open, make yourself come along. Then you come out and take another view. So something is interesting. When you're here, when you're somewhere here, you can take the view of the space, and you can also get the beach view. I don't know if I'm using the right word, the beach view. So as you can see, that is, so while standing here, you just come out of your bedroom, standing here, you can just look at that and see the way that beach looks, the ocean view. Yes, the ocean view. So those are tides. Yeah, inakuja comes, then those are the waves, this was a bit midday. So yeah, this is what it looks like. So let me show you other room. This is the master bedroom. Yeah, what I was showing you here is the master bedroom. So I want to show the other bedroom because it's a 2-bedroom. It's a 2-bedroom B&B. So I need to show you that here. Yes. So you love it. By the way, it's very cool. They have amazing support staff here that will make your stay here. Wow, this is another place. Amazing, 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 amazing. Now this is another space you will like. So apart from, if you come here even with a family, you should not even worry, because you can use the other bedroom. Then this one, if you have your nanny or your other support staff or your children, can still use this amazing room here.